women are doing literal labor. They call it labor. They're doing literal labor for making these babies, and we're not seeing a dime. We're not getting paid. Why are we not getting paid? Today's video is going to be about kids and why I don't want to have kids. So I think, like, every once in a while, I'll get into an argument with my mom about having kids. She'll always be the one who starts it, by the way. She'll be like, when you have kids, and I'll tell her for the 100th time that I don't want kids, and she insists that I should have kids. And it's just really annoying because when you're a woman, people just really, really want you to have kids for some reason. Because there's so many people. There's like 8 billion people. It's not like the human race is endangered or anything. I'm good. The world doesn't need me specifically to have a kid. So, I asked my mom, like, okay, like, why do I need to have kids? And she's like, well, they carry your legacy. What? Like, this is like the number one thing people say to people who don't want kids. They're like, who's going to carry your legacy? Your kids do not carry your legacy. I mean, just look at freaking RFK Jr. Okay, look at the Kennedys. Okay, imagine going from the president that took America to the moon, okay, and helped the civil rights movement, to an anti-vax weirdo with a worm in his brain. Like, if somebody freaking told John F. Kennedy that his legacy would be RFK Jr., I think he would have just given up, because that's freaking crazy, right? I think the only celebrity that's carrying out their parents' legacy is Muhammad Ali's daughter. I mean, I don't think she's no longer boxing. She's retired. But when she was boxing, she was undefeated, just like her dad. That's a fucking legacy right there. If my kid doesn't turn out like Layla Ali, I'm done. Okay, hold on. Let's circle back to RFK Jr., right? So RFK Jr. did a speech a while ago about autism. It was really stupid. He said that autistic people will never write a poem, they'll never play baseball, just a bunch of really dumb stuff. But I find it really ironic that a lot of the people in Trump's cabinet, like Elon Musk, are so afraid of autism, but they really, really want people to have kids. I don't think there's anything wrong with autism, by the way. But think about this, right? If you're somebody who can't handle the possibility of your kid being disabled, then why would you risk having kids at all? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you risk it? The more kids you have, the odds are one of them is going to have a disability. If you're that ableist, just don't have kids. Elon Musk has a trans daughter who he hates, but he has so many kids. He has 14 kids. If you have 14 kids, one of them is going to be a little different, right? I mean, 1 in 3 people are gay, right? If 1 in 3 people are gay, what are the odds that one of 14 of your kids is going to turn out LGBT? But Elon Musk's daughter is like the rare case of the legacy actually being better than the parents. So good for him, I guess. It's ridiculous. In a weird way, though, I kind of get where RFK is coming from. Hear me out. I think that most people are not qualified to raise an autistic child. It's not the kid's fault, it's the parents' fault. Like, a lot of parents just have a kid, they're like, I want a mini me, and then they don't consider the possibility that their kid might have actual emotional needs. And then they end up giving birth to an autistic child, and they neglect their autistic kid's needs. And we all know that if you neglect an autistic person, they turn into Elon Musk. We don't want that. I don't want that. I'm not qualified to raise an autistic kid. I don't want Elon Musk coming out of my cervix. Hell no. But in all seriousness, though, that's why I don't want to have kids. The odds of me having a child that I don't feel qualified to raise is pretty high. There are a lot of problems in my family. I have dyscalculia. What if my kid has dyscalculia too? Who's going to help them with their math homework? I don't know. I don't want to risk that. I just don't. Okay. But seriously though, besides that, there's also like a lot of physical ramifications that come with pregnancy, right? Nobody talks about how messed up pregnancy is until a woman's already pregnant. I think if most women knew even half of the shit that happens when you give birth, they would just get their tubes tied. Like your teeth can fall out, your nose will get bigger. It's not just that you'll get fat either. People are so worried about the baby fat, the baby fat. No, like you'll have loose skin. You'll have loose skin that can only be removed with surgery. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for most women, you know? And okay, hear me. This is gonna sound crazy. But on top of that, you're not getting paid. You're not getting paid. Think about it. Think about it. Women are doing literal labor. They call it labor. They're doing literal labor for making these babies, and we're not seeing a dime. We're not getting paid. Why are we not getting paid? In the past, a husband would like support the woman financially, but now they don't even do that anymore. They're not even doing that anymore. Everything's 50-50 now. Women are not being compensated for giving birth to an entire human being. If men want women to stay at home and have babies, we should get paid. All women, all mothers should get a monthly stipend every single month through pregnancy and until the kid turns 18 for each child. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. If you want women to stay at home, barefoot and in the kitchen, pay us. Being a housewife, being a mom is a full-time job. Okay, you're creating an entire child. In order to take care of that kid, your body grows a whole new organ. Why am I not getting compensated for that? What the hell? That is some BS. Oh, and I think that the payments should be extended up to the age of 25 if the kid has a mental disability, because they'll have to be taken care of for longer. Right? And I know what you're thinking. Oh, why should I have to pay tax money to raise someone else's kid? It takes a village. It takes a village. Also, we already do that. It's called public school, okay? I think everybody should be getting a stipend. If I'm going to have kids, I want Uncle Sam to be my sugar daddy, okay? I want to get paid, okay? But on the last note, I want to talk about Twilight for a second, because every time I think about kids, I think about Twilight. Okay, hear me out. Twilight's really, really funny because if you really think about it, it's a movie about a teenage girl that gets married straight out of high school to this really old man and gets pregnant immediately. I mean, that's just a terrible message for young women. Horrible. But it works because Bella is a vampire. Bella becomes a vampire and she stays young and beautiful forever. And Edward, the creepy old man, is stuck as a young and beautiful vampire forever. And their kid, Renesmee or Reese's Pieces or whatever the fuck they named it, is a vampire, a half vampire that literally grew up overnight. That baby grew up in days. In days. They did not have to raise it. They did not have to raise that baby. So what the hell? I mean, of course they had a kid, right? And it gets even funnier when you realize that Stephenie Meyer is Mormon. And Mormons love having kids, okay? Let me tell you that. Mormons absolutely love having babies. And I think they like having babies because they think that if they have a baby, it'll be like Twilight. They won't have to really work super hard to raise the kid, and they'll grow up super fast, and there'll be no responsibility. That's not how it is. That's not how it is. I wish that was how it is. If it was like that, maybe I would have at least one kid, you know? But I mean, even Bella had a hard delivery. She almost died giving birth to that baby. So maybe not. Maybe I would skip it. Maybe I don't want a vampire baby. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm leaving y'all with that. So see y'all next week.